Yo, what it is? It's your boy Jigsaw Blue back with another episode of Jigsaw and Company. But this time we're doing something different. This is my first virtual episode. So y'all, I need y'all to be prepared and on the looks for that. Still streaming on all platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and on the Anchor app. If you're not on Anchor FM, please download the app. It's a whole bunch of podcasts on there, diverse podcasts, different types, storytelling, whatever you into, I'm pretty sure it's there. So go ahead and check that out while you're on there, Jigsaw and Company. Now, my guest today is a up and coming singer from Atlanta, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Hey, we was talking before we started recording, and I told you I was gonna butcher your last name, but
Right.
you helped me out. Give it up for Morgan Magras, right?
Yeah, you got it right.
That's
What's up,
what's up.
y'all?
So she's a singer out of Atlanta. So we're gonna get to how you got into becoming a singer or wanted to become a singer. What's the story behind that?
Wow, okay, so I started singing when I was like 11. I told my mom I wanted to sing, so I had to find the vocal coach, of course. I had to do everything because, parents, especially when you got to put money, they was like, you got to show me that you want to do this. So
Ooh,
I found the vocal coach, started going to vocal lessons after that, and just kept going with it, which is like rare. I feel like that's how you know when it's something you want to do, because usually kids, they do something for a little bit, then fall off. But I was like, nah, this I like this. So ever since then, I just been singing, kept going.
That is a real dope lesson that your parents taught you, especially at that young age, because a lot of times in the Black community, and I've been speaking on this for a while now, is that we don't push our babies to, go after their dreams or whatnot, but also in the fact of when you're going after your dreams, you're gonna have to put in the work as you did. You like you said, you had to find a vocal coach. You had to do whatever to prove to them that that was your passion. That's what you wanted to do, and that's
Yeah,
a real dope lesson. Give it up. I gotta give props to your peoples, man.
yeah. Thanks,
That's
Mom.
real dope. So you said at 11 you knew you wanted to sing. What was your influence that like was like, okay, this made me want to do it?
Hmm. Let's see. I was kind of shy when I was young. In school, of course, kids are gonna be mean. I wasn't like popular or nothing, so it was kind of like these kids don't like me. I wasn't really doing nothing. I was like, I don't want to play no sport. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But I always loved music. And I think a lot of people relate to that. A lot of people love music, but I was like, you know what? I think this could be the avenue I take where I could really feel like I could do this. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it wasn't necessarily a specific influence or a person or anything like that. I felt like I just had that certain connection to something in the arts, at least, where I was
So
like,
when you was younger, did you give like little notions that okay, I want to sing like my son, I don't know what he's gonna want to do or gonna do, but I know it's gonna have to do something with entertainment because he's either singing, dancing, doing his own stunts, and I mean like literally like throwing himself on the ground. I'm like, that don't hurt, but
no, it
so
don't.
he just about that's crazy because like that's another story, but there was like no signs or anything that you was doing as you was growing up.
No, like I said, I was really shy. So, like, of course, when I was in my room and stuff, you dance and you sing and you do whatever. But no, there was like, I was really shy to show anybody anything. And then I'm from Clayton County, specifically around like the Jonesboro area. And we don't have a lot of, you know, extracurricular activities that where kids are able to explore, things in the arts. I think we
Mhm.
have, like, I didn't even know about magnet schools of the arts and stuff growing up until I got to like my freshman year in high school. And I was like, oh, you could do that. But by that time, I was like, oh, I'm too deep in. I can't even go over there right now. But so I kind of didn't even think of it as like a real possibility. It was weird, you know? I feel like I just was like, oh, if you famous, you come out the womb famous and you just a singer. And so like I just was like, I don't know, maybe that's not in the cards for me, or else that's where I would be. Like I didn't really think of it as a real possibility. Like just like being an actress, or I was just like, oh, that's just like movie stuff. That's not something I could do.
Oh,
So
so what was so where was the change at from? Okay, I don't think it's a possibility to like, okay, this is going to be it.
let me see. Let me see the change. So I wouldn't say it was right like when I started, getting vocal lessons and everything because I didn't really have confidence in myself as an artist, even, in the beginning, of course. So I was still like,
Mhm.
maybe this is something I like to do, but the confidence wasn't there. But when I was like, let me see, probably like 4 years in, I was like, and of course, and I'm a preteen and teenager, and you just going through everything in life, and I'm just like, oh, I can't do this. I'm not good. I don't want to. Like, I couldn't be that. And then I was like, so I would try and stop, and be like, let me just go do something less stressful because it's just stressing me out. But I will always be
Mhm.
like, but that's the only thing that's really making me happy. So I was like, you know what? If I can apply myself, and when you have people in, like, I have a vocal coach at, like, it's in my reach now, and you see them talking to producers and stuff. So even if you're not at that step yet, you're like, okay, well, now I can see like the dots starting to connect. So it felt like, okay, now I feel like I can really get on track and make that
Moving
happen.
closer and moving
Yeah.
closer, and is um it's good, like I said, that you have that at a young age because you get some people that like get into that career and they don't have that work ethic of I gotta go get it for myself. I gotta, do it for myself because I used to be in music. I still dibble and dabble here and there, but I have a lot of friends that do music, and I talk to them. And I tell them like, yo, like nobody's going to invest in you until you invest in you.
For sure.
So, but I think a big part of it, and like I'm still learning this a little bit, but I think a big part of it is that people don't invest in themselves because they don't fully believe in themselves, and they looking for that one person to be like, okay, I know you can do it. Okay, you telling me that I can do it, I can do it. What was that? Did you have that feeling as well, or you just like you said after you was 4 years in, you just knew this is what I was doing?
I mean, at a certain point, I was like, you only get one life.
Hmm.
And I just knew, like, no matter what else I'm doing, okay, I'm in school, you know, I need to know that if this is my passion, I did everything to try and, pursue my passion. So that way, if it doesn't work out, I'm not sitting here like, dang, I should have did this, I should have did that. And it's
Living
like
in regret.
living in regret because I know I couldn't do that. Like even in those slight moments when I stopped and I was like, and went back, I was like, dang, if I would just kept going in that little hiatus period, where could I be right now? So it's like you said, you have to want it for yourself. And I think, like you said, a lot of people wait for that one person to come along and be like, I see it. I'm just going to lift you to the top. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's just not realistic. And the truth of the matter is, more people are going to flock to you when they see you believing in yourself because now they feel like they're not wasting their time. They
Hmm.
feel like, okay, well, that's the most important part is you believing in yourself. Why am I going to advocate for you? Why am I going to put you out there and, invest money into you? And when it's time for you to show out, you in the corner, like, I don't know. I just don't. Like, that's not how that works. So, like you said, I believe it's just about believing in yourself first. And that's hard. You can't do that. It's hard to 100% of the time be like, I am that girl. I will never not be that girl. This
You're
is me.
right.
You know? But I just believe that when the time comes, you need to be your biggest advocate.
Of course, because it's especially in entertainment, it's more everything is more so confidence. And like you said, you have to believe in yourself that whatever you're creating that is going to help somebody out there. So with that being said, a lot of singers when they come up, a lot of them don't write. And then you got some singers that they started writing, but then they turn into singers. So do you write your own material
I do.
or
I do.
so you're young. What where do you get your material from?
Oh my gosh.
Because you know they say, they say, oh well, you never done nothing, you never been through anything. So how do you get your material?
Yeah, they right. They right. I admit it.
Or at least you honest. At
Yeah,
least you honest.
but I'm one of those people who I very much so learn from other people's mistakes. Or
Okay.
I'm a very empathetic person, so I'm able to put myself in other people's shoes very easily and be like, okay, I feel like this is how it feels. So a lot of love songs and stuff, I'll be like, I got an older brother who's of course been in relationships. My parents, they're no longer together, so I kind of watched that whole evolvement of that happen, and it's just kind of like, yeah. So as far as love goes, it's like, you just I'm an observer, you know.
That's
I
that's real. That's real healthy in your field because uh, you who knows you might do a cover song for somebody and you can sit down and talk to that person and then okay I can take and I can create this story from what this person has told me.
definitely,
That's
definitely.
like I said, that's a dope trait to have, especially as a writer. That can take you a long way with this career. So, when did you write your first song? Did you freeze? Oh no, I think she froze. It's going in and
Okay.
out.
Oh, I wasn't.
We'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Can you see?
Yeah, I got you.
Am I good? Can
We're
you hear me?
back.
Okay.
We're back. We're back. We're
But
back.
I was real young, and I remember googling how to write a song, so I googled it, and
That's different.
it had the.
Yo, 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 we back. We back. Had some technical difficulties, this technology thing. So we, still trying to figure this thing out. But we back with Morgan, and she was before we left, she was explaining how she started writing.
Yeah, so like I said, I googled how to write a song, and of course, it gave the breakdown of the chorus, bridge, hook, everything. And I was like, okay, I wrote it. It was bad, very bad. But everybody needs a starting place. So I just think from then on, I just kept doing it, and I can't even remember what the song was about at all.
Wow. Well, I can't say so. You don't remember? Do you remember the first song that you ever recorded?
Yeah, okay. The first song I ever recorded was called Tomorrow, which is actually going to be on my EP that's coming out. I wrote that when I was like, what was I? I was in the seventh grade. And
Wow.
yeah, and it's still gonna be on a project. So that means it still rings, well, it doesn't ring true, but it's still relevant.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like seventh grade. That's a nice little skip.
For sure.
That's a nice little skip, and for it to like I said, to be on your EP as entering adulthood, that says a lot about that song. So
Yes,
do you have a creating process?
a creative process. Hmm. I would say when it comes to songwriting, is different. It really depends. Voice memos, notes are my best friend. You know,
Mm.
you just think of something during the day, you record it, you write it down. Sometimes I could sit down and just write a song, no beat, and I have the melody in my head, or I'll listen to a beat right based off that. You know, it really just depends. It does.
So speak on your first single that you're dropping this Monday, November 9th.
Yes.
Miss Me Anymore. Call you. Oh,
Miss you anymore. Wow. Like I said,
who hurt you? The who hurt you?
that's the problem. Nobody. I swear. I done lived like 8 past lives. I got that has to be what it is. Cause literally I was looking up beats on YouTube and the beat just started playing and I was like, it's not right at this point to have you on my mind. And I was like,
So
okay.
it just came.
And I was like, okay. I don't know where this came from, but I like this.
Hey,
And so
take that and run with it.
yeah.
That's
And
exactly what I would have
I
did.
literally was like, okay. Cause you know, you just listening and stuff, you and just trying to see if I can come up with something. But I sat there and I was like, okay, we gotta sit down. So I sat down and I just wrote the song in like 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, yeah, I like that. So
So what? So from like, okay, so you did say you was doing the EP.
mhm.
What made you pick Miss Me Anymore versus any other song that was on the EP?
I just felt Miss You Anymore it was a good tempo and of course it was extremely relatable.
Hmm.
I felt like that one was just everybody gonna get that because I feel like I like songs that relate to like multiple relationships. Like a lot of the songs that I write, what I can relate to are like friendships. You know, I have friends that I care about deeply. So like I have a song Pick Up and some people listen to it and they interpret it as okay, it's about like a significant other, like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, sure. Or it's about you know that friend that you care about and you just want them to pick up the phone. It's about your mom, your dad. You know what I'm saying? It can apply to multiple types of different relationships. And I felt Miss You Anymore could do that as well. So I like
Yeah,
that.
when I got sent the song, I was like, okay, the beat, and then when you came in, I was like, okay, and then that call you, that 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 caught me, and that's good that you a lot of people like is you want to have a song where somebody can take like something they can remember it, just that like I said, that call you, that's what made me want to go back and listen to the song more and more and more. So that's good, like I said, that you picked that up. Like I said, especially at a young age, because a lot of people do not do no research. They don't
Yeah.
study. They just be like, "Hey, yo, man, I I just wrote this verse," and then they homeboys hyped them up, knowing
Yeah.
it's doo doo, and then they just run with it, and that's good. Like I said, you take like I said, your parents set you up for a nice work ethic, and then on top of that, you do your research, you do your studying, and then you execute it.
Yeah.
What percentage do you feel like your EP is ready?
My EP is ready. What do you mean? Like,
Like how, like 50% done?
oh,
Uh,
at this point, we're just trying to get everything mixed and mastered to, you know, my liking to where I'm like,
okay,
so that's pretty much it. So, like, I would say we're almost there. We've been there.
you got an idea date?
A date?
Because a lot of because nowadays, artists they just be like, you know what, I'm gonna just drop on this day, and just go with it. Versus the traditional. I don't know if you remember, but music used to drop on Tuesday when I was younger. But then they moved it to Fridays, and like you get new music every Friday. It seemed like every Friday. So Do you have a date, or are you just gonna just drop whenever?
I don't have a specific date. We're thinking sometime in December, hopefully. But
Okay, that's crunch time.
crunch time, like we almost, like I said, we almost there, but want to make sure it's good, it's right. You know what I'm saying? You could put out something you're proud of.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. So, is there any music that you're not proud of that's out on the internet?
No, there isn't. No, that's the thing. I'm like super super self-conscious when it comes to stuff. Like I'm a perfectionist. So,
Okay.
sometimes, my manager can be like, okay, let's go. Else I'll be sitting on music forever. But yeah, so there's no music that I'm like not proud of, I guess. But yeah.
That's good that your manager like pushes you to want to put out your music, because I have dealt with artists, and believe me, they was dope artists, but I tell them like my brother, he go, yeah, man, I got books and books of rhymes. I be rapping around these dudes all day, and I'm like, okay, but if you ain't got them recorded, if you ain't putting it out there, nobody knows.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that's good that you have people in your corner, and that's real strong, and that's a important factor when we have these careers. When you got a strong corner that supports you. I had did a career day yesterday, and I was telling the kids, I was like, yo, like, no, I was me and the teacher was having a conversation about having yes men, and
Mhm.
just, oh yeah, man, that's dope. I'm like, nah, I need somebody that's gonna tell me, when I'm wrong, or if something's wrong, and that's the only way you can be better. So do you have like a certain person, like when you're recording a song, writing a song, no matter what the situation is, you go to that person and you get that feedback that you need?
Oh yeah, that's definitely my manager as well. I remember
Okay.
we went in the studio and she helps me vocally arrange sometimes too, so like harmonies stuff. And the first time we went in the studio for a song, I'm talking about it sounded, we was adding 10 million stacks and everything, and we were like, this is it. We have done it. And we went back and listened to it, and we was like, this is really sounding a little bit like a hip opera, and it is not it. this ain't it. And I'm like, okay. So now we can go back and start, that's so important. Without that, I feel like it's like you're just gonna be taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back every time,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you need is honesty in this business. Like that's really all you need. And I feel like people be like, is it honesty or are they hating? And I'll be like, well, honestly,
It's
the
a
way the way I feel about that is haters will say, I don't like the song, and they'll leave it at that. But when you have somebody who really cares and who really was like, I don't like that song, the melody at this part, they'll elaborate. So I feel
mm-hmm.
like that's a way to tell. But yeah, it's kind of like take both into account. But at the end of the day, also remember that you're the artist and you have to be satisfied with your work. And if you are,
Mm-hmm.
that's what really matters.
Yeah, I speak on that little hating part, because I'm the type of like I write too.
Hmm.
So when I write something and I ask for feedback, yeah, I know you're gonna tell me, it's good, you like it, you gonna want more of it. I know that. Tell me what you don't like about it. And that's where I when I have my people that edit my stuff. Don't tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. What can I fix? So when the next time I write something, I can apply what you said. Then I might be a D head and just be like, forget what they said. I'm gonna just
Yeah.
do what I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Mm.
And like you said, it's your art and how you want to put it out there to the world. So you feel like you're ready to. So let me backtrack. How long did how long did you wait before you wanted to put Miss Me Anymore? And was there anything before that?
How long did I wait? I just feel like, oh, it's been like everything is a process. So like tomorrow, I wrote that when I was in the 7th grade. I didn't record that till I was 16.
Okay.
So I'm like
You've been sitting on
everything.
that song since you was 16? Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I feel like everything happens when it's time.
Mm.
So because honestly, now that I'm doing all this stuff with this project, I'm like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do this at 16. I wouldn't have been able to it's just everything happens when it's time, when it's ready, when you're ready. Miss you anymore. I think we're pretty on track. For me anyway, as to when I wanted to release my stuff.
Okay. Does, do you have a lot of control in when you want to release stuff and what you want to put out?
Yes, definitely what I want to put out. I have full artistic control. When I do have control over that as well. But as an artist, you learn things. You learn, okay, well, don't tell me like today you want to put out a song in 2 days. That's not how this works. You need time to submit to certain platforms and stuff. So, you learn about those type of things. And it's just taught me in the future, like, if I wanted to release it at a certain point and you're like, well, we can't do that. We don't have enough time for it to submit. It's just like, okay, now I know. So it's just about learning. So now that you know certain things, it's like, okay, well, yeah, now I can set my deadlines and everything accordingly in that regard.
What was the worst experience like as you was coming up to dropping your first single?
Whew, the worst experience. Oh.
Like I know for me, when I was doing music, we had a group, and at this point in time, this is where it was that crank that moment.
Mm,
Soldier Boy, crank that Batman, all that stuff. So we had a nice little gig called the Johnny D. Had a dance to it and everything, and we we performed for this radio director from 104 that was the radio station here. She said, "Come perform at this club, and if you can win over the crowd, y'all can open up for us at Summer Jam." So, but the thing was, we was in high school. The club was 18 and older,
mm,
so everybody had IDs or whatever. So, but with me being the mouthpiece, I go up and I talk to the security guard, and he was like, if y'all all can show me IDs, I'll let you in. We get all the way up to the fourth person. He gonna say, "Hey man, can I show you my school ID?" And blew our whole spot.
oh.
And
Oh
that was
God.
that was an opportunity that we missed. And I mean, he's still here to this day.
Y'all
We
still
we still
cool?
we still he's still here to this day. Every time I see him, hey man, you lost us that gig.
Dang.
But but as far as like you doing music, have you had like any experience that made you like wanna not do it or like choke somebody out that messed up an opportunity for you?
Um, Probably just myself. Just want to be like, ah. Like I said, because I'm like, I've been doing this since, I'm real young. So
Right.
on top of like just growing up and going through regular emotional things, it's like you in a business that's also can be very taxing and very draining. And
Hmm.
it's just kind of like I done blew opportunities for myself. They be like, come do this, come do that. And I'm like, just mad depressed. And just like, I don't want to do it. I'm not good enough. I'm like, how dare you? You really played us. But
She said you playing us, talk to third person.
third person, like, really? Because that's what I have to, like, even today, I have to sometimes, like I said, everybody has their moments. I gotta be like, girl, you're not gonna do this, not to us, not today. So I think, let me see. I would have to say it was probably when I stopped like everything because I was like, I just can't do this no more. And I stopped for like 6 months. I was like, that was probably like the worst time for me because I had stopped doing music, which I loved, and it was just like just a bad place as a teenager growing up and just going through a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just like, dang, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
especially this day
But
and age, like y'all life is so on display where even if I mean, you got some people that can't hide out about it, but everything is just like in your face nowadays. And y'all have a lot on y'all plate. Sometimes I don't think about that when it comes to my youngins, but y'all really have a lot on y'all plate this generation. And I mean,
yeah,
y'all have more accessibility too to a certain extent, but it's just y'all see the kill like when we see killings, it was we only really seen it when we seen the newspaper or on the 6 o'clock
yeah.
news, but y'all see it on social media, every other post. So how did you get out that depression, that 6 month depression, to want to get back into your passion?
How I got out of that depression was, like I said, I think that's when I really came to the realization, like I said, I kind of, I had to do it for me. I
Hmm.
couldn't just stop and just be like, just sit here. Like I felt like, listen, you're gonna be sad either way. So you might as well do something that's still like, because in that meantime, I still love music. I still wanted to write. I still wanted to record. I still wanted to do everything. And I was like, so you're sitting here sad and not doing what you want when you could be doing what you want and sad. Which one? Like you're gonna be sad, but
And
at
sometimes
least do what you want while you're sad.
yeah, the best music probably came
You know?
from that depression.
Yeah, I mean, it's like nobody is just like depressed one day and not depressed the next. It's a process, especially at a young age of, learning yourself,
Hmm.
learning what makes you happy, learning what doesn't make you happy. So either way, I had to go through that process. So why not allow music to help and aid in that process? So I kind of just had to, tell myself that and get back on the horse. Yeah.
That horse. What skills have you learned that will help you in your singer career?
What skills have I learned? Hmm. I think it's just, also I've had other jobs not in music since I was
Okay.
since I was 16. So I think I'm very professional and that is somewhat hard to come by is
Hmm.
somebody who's very like professional all the way through. So I'm very grateful for that I feel like I know how to conduct myself in that regard. Um, in my singing career, like you said, my mother making me go out there and get it like by myself and finding out. I think that definitely helped because even today, because you have a lot of people who wait for stuff to come
Hmm.
to them, and I'm
And you
like,
can't, especially
mm,
with stuff like this, you can't. You gotta go.
no,
You gotta go. You gonna
literally
be sitting there
everything you
waiting
gotta
for
go get
forever. And you gonna see
forever.
a lot of people pass you, and you'll be like, man, I know I was better than this guy. And it, like you said, you got to go get it.
So I
It
feel like that. having professionalism and having, being a hard worker. Because I really feel like you'd be like, okay, what's so special about that person? Why are they where they are? And it's like, because believe it or not, they're working. They're going to these open mics. They're going to do these things. They're putting themselves out there, And yeah, that's just really what it is. You got to be able to work hard. It's about your talent, but it's nothing. What's the point of having talent if you're just going to sit on it?
Of course, like I I say it a lot. Hard work beats talent any day. That talent can go away, but if you have a strong work ethic, you can last very long in many different careers.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what separates people who really want it and who just, are still thinking about it, you know? That's why I
Mhm.
feel like you have a lot of people who just kind of maybe made a song and it's popping, and now they kind of sitting there looking like, now what?
Yeah,
Because
especially like I said, especially nowadays, you can have a popping song and you get famous instantly. But then just as fast as you got famous,
it's
that
over.
decline will hit you hard. Ask the designer.
And so, yeah, it's really about longevity. That's what you want as an artist is longevity.
You said something about having multiple jobs, or
Mm,
you had multiple jobs. What jobs were you referring to?
okay. What was my first job? My first job, I was a receptionist at a hair salon and I hated it. Oh my gosh. I hated it so much. um, that's actually where I wrote one of the songs on my EP. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I was like, but yeah, I worked at a hair salon, and then of course I'm from Atlanta, so I was slanging hot lemon pepper wings at a wing spot, and that was cool for a little bit.
Where to dry?
Whatever they wanted, whatever they wanted.
No, I'm saying for you. I'm saying
Oh,
for
for
you.
me? Okay, let me see. I like, of course, hot lemon pepper sprinkles, extra, extra, extra crispy,
Okay.
wet.
Okay.
Peach drinks, everything.
I can't get with the peach drinks, man. I like peaches. Like the only thing I like is probably like peach is probably like peach rings and peach cobbler. But
You gotta
like a
get
peach
on.
drink,
Gotta get with the peach drink. Mix that with lemonade.
nah, strawberry lemonade for me. That's that's
I
my
get,
go-to.
but yeah, and then after that, UPS.
So you adding your customer service skills to your career as well.
Yes, I.
So how does that, like, what can you take from your customer service jobs and apply to your career? Like how do you think that will work?
Um, I feel like just like anybody, like you're selling something. You know what I'm saying? You're the salesperson. It's about being. I feel like I'm a nice person already off the bat, so customer service it wasn't hard for me. It's just like
Mhm.
be kind. Treat people with respect, even though you might not get it in return. Um,
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
so I feel like it's just like that. You can't treat people one way and then expect them to buy your product. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's important to be genuine and it's important to just be like I said, these are the people who support you. These are the people who are going to show up to the shows. These are the people who are going to buy your merch, who are going to stream your music. So I just feel like it's easy for me because I'm appreciative of every little thing. And so it's just very easy for me to reciprocate that and just be like, oh gosh, I love y'all so much. Uh, but yeah, so I feel like that's how customer service helps. And especially when you do get haters, like if you're in customer service and I'm behind the desk and you cursing me out, I'm talking about dragging me through the mud. I can't, what am I going to do? Because either way, I believe it's important to stand up for yourself. but you still have to carry yourself in a certain way because now, just like you're representing a company, you're representing your brand. So it's like, still, you got to keep it together.
You like remain professional.
Yes, for sure.
So you spoke on some of your jobs that you already had prior to doing music. If you wasn't doing music, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
I wasn't doing music. Well, right now I'm also in school
Okay.
for nursing. So
Okay.
yeah. So if I wasn't doing music, I'd probably just go like full force with that. And I really wanted to be a labor and delivery nurse.
A lot of people want to deal with babies.
Yeah. I love babies. They're so amazing.
Sometimes when they're not yours, you
Look,
got
I don't
young
got no
babies.
kids, so other
Amen.
kids are amazing.
Keep that. Keep that. So so basically you would go into the medical field if you wasn't doing music.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's dope. Like I said, you still out there trying to help somebody. Cause that's why I look at music. Music, it's a healing
Oh,
benefactor for me.
definitely.
It's for and I can say for for most people that they use music to heal, whether it's to pull some happiness from somewhere, or
Mm-hmm.
to get some tears, because they you're supposed to cry.
Yeah,
Everybody's supposed to cry. Get them tears. So
for sure.
you don't have no musical influence or people that influence
Oh,
you.
for sure. I love Sampha. I think he's amazing. Um, like you said, music is supposed to, you know, evoke emotion. You know what I'm saying? I think his songwriting, his melodies, everything is perfect for that. Just like Phyllis Hyman, I love her. Um, she was a whole different breed. So underrated. So I feel like they're probably my top two, Sampha and Phyllis Hyman. They're bomb.
So it's safe to say that those will be your bucket list collaboration.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll sample some Phyllis Hyman, and Lord willing, me and Sampha on the track. Okay, that will make me so
Speaking
happy.
to existence. Speaking
Yes,
to existence.
manifested.
You go get it out there. So
Yeah.
if you could open up for any artist, who would you want to open up for?
Ooh, that's a good question.
So so this is where you have to think about who can I get the most exposure from?
Mm-hmm.
Who can also I can also learn from, as far as from the business wise and being an artist. So who would you want to open up for?
Wow. Who I want to open up for?
Your nails fire too, by the way.
Thank you. Oh gosh, who would I want to open up for? Probably like honestly, when she come out with her music, we waiting. Riri,
Okay.
Riri.
Okay. Talk to me. Talk to me. I love some Rihanna.
I just feel like because also trying to work on my cosmetics.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Already Brandon. Already.
yes, Magras artistry. Just wait on it. Uh, yes, I feel like she can teach me about like everything. She got the clothes, she got the makeup. She's so respected as a musician. So I just feel like that would be everything. So yeah,
Damn,
probably around.
that's so give me your dream concert lineup. You get 4 acts.
X. Okay. Do they have to be like alive, all of them?
No,
Okay.
no, no, no.
4X. Probably Phyllis Hyman because she was take us to church. So Phyllis Hyman, this is gonna be weird, but Pop Smoke. Um,
Okay.
Sample, like I said, oh my gosh, I would love to see him. One more person. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. I've been bumping a lot of Ari Lennox lately, so let's say Ari Lennox as well. That's a weird show, but we go.
Yeah, that is it stands out. So what made you say Pop Smoke? Because um a lot of people, I ain't gonna say got on the bandwagon. I mean, they did, I could say they
That's
did.
yeah.
But what drew you to Pop Smoke?
Like you said, music is a very healing art in general. That's why people go to the movies and sit there for an hour and a half. Movies, books, whatever the case may be, it's a very healing thing. Which is also why, um, rest in peace to King Vaughn, who just passed away. It's so painful for fans and supporters when these people pass away, because I feel like we correlate this person to serenity, to peace, to when I look at you, I think about putting them headphones in, and that was my moment to just turn up, or I can finally sit with my sadness, or, you know. So I just feel like Pop Smoke is one person who I feel like I caught on to him pretty early. Pretty early. I was listening to Meet the Woo. Like
Hmm.
that's his like first project. I was listening to that like right when it came out. I was like, he got it. Like this is some he got it. And it just was, what I'm saying? It's just something I can recall feeling so happy to. Cause I'm from, like I said, I'm from Georgia. I'm from Atlanta. I don't know really much. I've been in New York like once. So I was like, this is different to me. It was something that I just was like, it just drew me in. It was kind of like a magnetic attraction. And I was like, I really like this. And so that's why I say Pop Smoke. It was just something very different for me that inspired me. I was like, because I feel like that challenged me. I was like, what would I do on a song with Pop Smoke? I was like,
Hmm.
it made me think as a songwriter, as an artist. Same thing with like X, Triple X and Tentacion,
Hmm.
just a lot of people. So that's why I said Pop Smoke, because, like I said, he was just something different for me that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, you said that you was in Atlanta, so and we all know that Atlanta is becoming like one of the biggest music, been running the music scene for some years now. So who are some people in your city that you possibly ran across or been in the same room to touch shoulders with, excuse me.
Let's
because I
see.
know because I know people be just out, in Atlanta,
Yeah,
just be like they not famous.
like they know. I actually went to go get a smoothie the other day, and Zaytoven was there, and I was like, "Is that Zaytoven?"
Just walking around like
Yeah. Let me see. Shout out to Mulatto. Me and Mulatto, both from Clayton County. I've seen her at school, stuff like that. Um, who else is there? Probably seen Ti plenty of times. Like this, there's so many people that you just see around. Um, who else? Miss Deb, Walker Flock's mom. A lot of people. Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine like living in Atlanta because I'm from Fayetteville where we got J Cole
Oh
and
yeah, my mom's from there.
and
Shout
your
out.
mom. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Shouts to your mom.
yeah.
Um, she went to Smith.
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, that's another conversation. But now, like I said, we got J Cole and we got shouts to Moray. He's coming up. He's on the way. But like I'm pretty sure it's rare that I'll pull up to a Krispy Kreme drive-through and see J Cole there.
Mm-hmm.
Versus, like you said, you going to get a smoothie and Zaytoven there. That don't like give you don't want to like strike no conversation or like be no or like on some like I do music too. or is it just like it's just that normal?
Um, I just I feel like I'm not really like I said, I'm still kind of shy.
Okay.
And plus I feel like I'm one of those people who's like, if I'm gonna do something, I gotta be 1,000% prepared. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think I'm there yet to just be like, and like you said, it's kind of like you don't want to be like, are you so and so? Hi, like it's probably just a lot of overthinking. But
Yeah, exactly what it is. Overthinking.
yeah, so that's all I could say. Probably for me as an artist, why you don't approach them overthinking. For a regular person who doesn't do music, they would probably say it's just normal. You know, it's just you bound to see somebody in Atlanta. You go to Lennox Mall, you bound to see a rapper. You bound to see somebody.
Mm. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing at times.
Yeah.
Cause I know if I was at a certain level, I I always say if I get to a certain tax bracket, I'm acting bougie. Don't talk to me, peasant. I'm gonna be nah. I'm gonna still, I'm gonna still help people, as far as like, cause that's the whole thing about my brand is I want to help
Mm,
people, you know, put them on the platform and then let them rock out, do their thing, especially if they passionate about their craft and whatever they doing. I want to see people. I want to see my people win. I want to see people win.
period.
Period. But I want to see my people win for real, for real. But now these regular, dusty peasants
Oh,
out of here, out of here. I'm at bougie when I get to a certain tax bracket. What was the best advice that was given to you during your journey?
the best advice. Let me see. I think it's she says it all the time. Like you could be going to pick up a pencil and she'll say it. And that's my manager, and literally you'll do anything and she'll be like, believe in yourself. And I'll be like, oh,
Okay.
okay, thank you. And I really feel like I really feel like that is so important because like we've discussed through this whole thing, it's you before anybody else,
Mhm.
And that's with anything, you know. You want to be a lawyer, a doctor, a trash man, you better believe in yourself, okay? Because
Exactly.
you're always going to have opposition. You're always going to have something saying, no, you can't do that. You can't do this. There's always going to be something that's going to tell you, you shouldn't be able to do this. You shouldn't do this. So it's just a process of constantly believing in yourself, constantly believing that you are worthy of, accomplishing what you want to accomplish. Yeah, that's what I would say. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nothing's gonna work. If I didn't believe in myself, what was the point of me slinging chicken? Okay, I wouldn't have been there. I wouldn't have been there handing out 10 pieces if I didn't believe in myself because I needed the money so I could go to the studio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta because if you don't believe in yourself, when you're struggling, when stuff ain't looking up, you gonna quit. What's the point? So that's probably the best advice. Believe in yourself.
The best advice that I was ever given to me, as far as like dealing with entertainment, was from my stepfather, and he said, "Speak your truth. If you speak your truth, nobody can hold it against you."
Oh,
So
definitely.
then that stuck with me from like when I was when I was writing, because well, I for me being a young rapper at that time, I was hanging around people that was talking about moving drugs and killing people. I'm like, dude, we in the eighth grade. We you ain't got no pack to flip. So me, I was I was the cool I was the cool guy. So I talked about the clothes. I talked about the girls. And that's what stuck with me. and like I said, speaking my truth.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the best advice that I still speak that to my boys and like whoever I talk to. Like when you're in this, when you're doing what you're doing in your craft, nobody can tell you, say you're wrong.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with that. And I feel like standing in your truth is also being able to admit when you're wrong. And I feel like that's
Mhm.
where a lot of these celebrities go wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because they get caught up in, you know what I'm saying, instead of like just being like, listen, what I did, very dumb. Very, very dumb. Not a good idea. Should not have done it. 10 out of 10 do not recommend. And like instead of doing that, they want to be like, well, this is what I did, and this is this, and this is that. And then it's a bunch of things, and now you're canceled. It's like I feel like that's also being a part of being mature. Is being able to be like, you know what, that was wrong. That was not. Mm-mm. So that also comes with standing in your truth. And like you said, when you're being you, authentically you, genuinely you, no, what is somebody gonna say? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's me. So
Mhm.
I feel like that's also, yeah, a very, very key piece of advice, key piece of information, especially in a business where people tell you to make it, you gotta put on like this facade. It's like, mm-mm, mm-mm. It's
Yeah,
easy. You
and
just
that's why I have like so much respect for like artists. Like, well, I mean, it's the artists nowadays. Some of majority of them are like themselves. Then you're gonna get the copycats, no matter
mm,
what. You're gonna get the copycats. But like the Coles, the Kendricks, the big Shines, the big Crits, being themselves and drawing their own lane. Even Young Thug to a certain extent,
mm-hmm.
like he in his own lane. Like I didn't appreciate Young Thug until I started hearing him talk, as far as like doing interviews and whatnot.
Yeah,
Because beforehand, he didn't. I don't think I never seen him do like an interview where he was just open and just going. But now I could, I go back and I listen to his music and I appreciate him being, I say, okay, he didn't do this for no clout, or he didn't wear that dress to get attention. He did it because he wanted to.
yeah.
Yeah. And I respected that. Even 21 at the same thing. Just doing what you want to do. Being in your truth and not living somebody else's life. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's where, like you said, the facade come in. They get caught up in living somebody else's life, and then when the cancel culture come in,
It's
get
a
them out of
lot.
here. Get them out of here.
It's a lot for sure. It can get crazy, and that's I just feel like that's why you got people going broke. They trying to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so many things that come into play. And like I think who was it? Chat. I don't want to say his name. I think it was Ocho Cinco. I don't know. Somebody came out and said, "Yo, all my jewelry is fake," and I was like, you know what? I love it. Like,
Yeah, I heard Charlemagne say it from time to time. He's like, I don't know why y'all spend that money on that. I go right up the old buddy up the street, give me a nice little Cuban
yeah, I
and
just
because who was it? It was somebody recently. I want to I want to say it was Lucci. He was on a jet ski, and he had his piece on. I forgot how much it was worth, but it was worth a lot.
don't tell
And
me it fell off.
yeah, it fell off. It fell off.
Lord.
And they was talking about like what's the most expensive thing that you lost, you lost. I was like, for me, when that one day that food stamps hit, and I lost the card. Oh, I
Oh
was
Lord,
hurt. I was
gosh.
hurting. But now, yeah, like you said, people put on that facade, and It's like I said, speaking your truth. If you stay you, nobody can tell you what you're doing wrong, or nobody can hold what you do against you if you're speaking your truth.
For sure.
So, Miss Morgan, what is next for you?
What is next?
Well, because we got the single dropping Monday,
Yes, we do.
then and then you got the EP coming.
We do.
So, what
What
we
is
getting a
next?
video, we getting
Oh yes,
uh
my single is dropping, and then some time after, y'all can expect a music video coming
okay.
out. And then, like I said, we got the EP, and then I'm just looking forward to going back in the studio and creating more. You know, I've started like to fall in love with this process because it's like you think. I feel like a lot of artists may think I'm gonna put this project out and I'm gonna pop and that's gonna be it. Nobody can't touch me. This is it. And it's kind of like, yeah, for me, it's like that. If that happens, that's great. It happens. But I'm just like going, like, you know what I'm saying? Just I'm enjoying creating, learning more about music, learning more about the industry, and just not putting a cap on that. Allowing myself to keep evolving, allowing myself to keep growing, and just see where this takes me.
So, do you have any any inkling about acting, or
Acting,
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure modeling is probably gonna be somewhere in there, but as far as
actually,
like
really?
another career choice, well, another career path.
Um, I definitely have always been interested in acting. Um,
That's dope.
yeah, I have actually just got some headshots done. Yeah, but like I said, I like to take whatever I do, I take it very seriously. So I don't have any experience acting yet. So
Yet.
I definitely want to,
Yes.
get the proper training and, take the proper steps so that when that opportunity does come, I'm ready and I'm able to do it to the best of my abilities. So that's as far as acting, that's where I'm at. I'm ready to go get some training and we're ready to go, get the ball rolling
Well,
with.
I say you are in the right space, the right area to do absolutely whatever you want to do. You want to
For
do
sure.
music, you got it there. You want to do acting, you got it there. You want to do hair, you got it there. I
Hey, I'm
mean,
coming for you now, this plane.
it's just like I say, Atlanta is a great spot to really put yourself out there,
Mm-hmm. For
and
sure.
I'm wishing you nothing but the best, man.
Thank you.
I wish you nothing but the best. Um, two more questions.
Okay.
Two more questions. Um, I'm gonna ask this one. What is your go-to karaoke song?
My go-to karaoke song. Okay. Running by, I believe it's Naughty Boy featuring Beyonce. Go-to
Easy,
time.
every time.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's is everybody from Backstreet.
Okay, okay.
No, I most definitely will. I get a couple drinks in me, no matter what.
It's
No
going
matter
down.
what.
Okay,
Okay, my
that's a good one.
last question that I've been asking my guests, being that the election is over. Well, I ain't gonna, they still counting numbers, but they elected uh Joseph, as I call him. They
Okay.
elected Joseph for the 46th president.
Okay.
Um, what? Well, I if 2020 was a person, who would it be?
If 2020 was a person, who would it be? Oh my gosh. Let me think about this.
Wait, oh, that I lost train of thought real quick. The reason why I brought up Joseph,
Okay.
being that you're You newly 18. Did you
Hmm.
vote? You got to vote?
I did, and it felt amazing.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yes,
Okay,
I
that's the reason why I brought up Joseph and
yeah,
the whole political thing. But
I definitely voted. Go register to vote, y'all. If you're not registered, go do that. Okay, the runoff is coming, especially in Georgia. Go vote. I mean, go register. Okay, sorry.
but yeah, if 2020 was a person, who would it be?
It would probably be Clayton Bigsby. It would probably be Clayton Bigsby. Clayton Bigsby. That's who 2020 will be.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I was just watching that like before we started doing this.
It will be Clayton Bigsby.
Oh my God, that's wild that you said that.
That's who
Oh
it will
man,
be for sure.
oh
So
man.
wild.
All right, Miss
Yes,
Morgan. So plug yourself. Plug yourself. Tell them where they
yes,
can
yes.
find you.
So, like you said, my name is Morgan Magras. You can follow me on Instagram at mmagras. That's MMAGRAS. You can follow me on TikTok. It's the same MMAGRAS. If you go to my Instagram bio, you'll be able to get to my website and all the links to, pre-save my single, Miss You Anymore, which will be out on all platforms November 9th. The video soon follows, and then my EP. Um, yeah, y'all go do that, please. Thank you. I would love it. It will make me so happy.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. Follow Morgan. Go Monday. Go run them streams up. Go run it up. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up. As you know, from me, Jigsaw Blue, uh, IG Jigsaw Blue 26. You get my bio. I have my all links in there. So I have my Snap, Twitter, all that in there. So just go there, tap in. Got the podcast. We working. We working. Puzzle Me Entertainment is working. We got some things coming in the new year. Got some new projects coming. So be on the lookout for that. Shout outs to my boy Garrett and Dom Beast. They just dropped their albums last week. So go stream them, go run them numbers up. Monday, go stream Morgan's single, Miss You
Please,
Anymore.
please, please.
Go stream it. Go stream it. Like I said, I wish you the best.
Thank you so
I
much.
will. I will most definitely be keeping my eyes on you and your career and watching you grow. I'm excited. So
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed it. I had a great time.
no problem, no problem. So once you get yourself situated with your album and everything, love to bring you back. I'll be ripping up and down the road. So one day I'm in Atlanta, we can do, a face to
Yes, sir.
face,
Yes,
face to
sir.
face. So, like I said, Morgan McGross, Miss Me Anymore, Monday, November 9th. Monday, November 9th. Go stream it. Follow her on all her platforms. It's your boy Jigsaw and Company, all streaming platforms. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor app. If you're not on there, download the Anchor app. Do I have anything else to say? No, I don't. So other than that, y'all know how I get down. Keep y'all pieces together. Until next time, we out. Deuces.